And welcome back to BYU Basketball Media Day on BYUtv sports.com. I'm Jarom Jordan. We've had a great day of chats so far. It started at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. We're now looking at 2:20 Eastern. The chats continue. Nate Austin is the next of those. If you have a question for Nate Austin, you can tweet it using BYUtv Sports, hashtag BYUtv sports.com, post it on Facebook.com/BYUtv Sports, or put it in the right widget on the BYUtv sports.com window. We're all over the place, Nate. If they got a question for you, they got a chance to ask you. So we continue.
It is my birthday today.
Kyle Chilton alerts us, birthday boy, happy birthday. How old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
22. Congratulations. You get to spend it with me. Sophomore year, 6'11". Ian Harward claims that you're just a hair taller than him. You're the tallest dude on the team?
I sure am. I'm glad he knows his place.
He said that the two of you joke around with whoever, haircuts kind of vary.
Yeah, but he's got a haircut, so I guess right now he's probably a little bit longer, or a little bit taller. But
I think his hair is shorter. But
perfect,
we'll have to go back to back. We'll find out. Okay, what's your full name, and why were you named that?
Nathan David Austin. David is my middle name because my grandpa's name is David. Not sure where Nathan comes from, perhaps the Bible, but I don't think so. And then Austin, I'm related to Stephen F. Austin, who kind of helps Little Texas. So
yeah,
a little information on my name.
There you go. Okay, number 33. Why'd you pick 33?
In high school, growing up, I wore 21. I love 21 because of Kevin Garnett on the Timberwolves. I got to high school, and the 21 jersey was apparently too small. I always liked Grant Hill and Larry Bird, so I switched to 33 in high school. And I tried to wear 21 here, but Steven's wearing it, so I just stuck with my high school number.
He'll be gone after this year. Are you considering making the switch?
I've thought about it, but I think I'll probably stick with 33, but it definitely goes through my mind, so we'll see what happens.
You got an identity with 33.
Yeah.
Last year, at this time, you had come back from a mission just a short time ago, and then we didn't know, hey, you going to play, maybe redshirt and that. You end up playing. How was your freshman experience playing for BYU?
It wasn't what I thought it would be. I guess I didn't really know what to expect, but I loved every minute of it. It was fun to be able to play with the guys, be able to actually contribute with with scoring and doing different things. So I really enjoyed it, and like I said, I wasn't sure what to expect, but I guess going into this year, I know a little bit more what to expect and have a little more, I guess, under my belt now.
In what way was it not like what you thought it would be?
I just didn't know what it was going to be like to play college basketball, and obviously all growing up I was a huge BYU fan, so it's kind of like a dream come true coming to play here, and so it was just I wasn't sure what was going to happen, or I guess how I'd feel with 20,000 fans or whatnot, but
right.
There's nothing better than having the Bryant Center full and being able to play with those fans.
And that was a long time coming because you graduated from Lone Peak, you'd won some state titles, you played with Tyler and Josh and Justin and Bracken and all that group that all go D1, 3 are here now. But then you go on a mission, then you come back and play. And last year you end up playing, and like you said, it's quite the experience. You end up turning into that first post sub off the bench behind Noah and Brandon. What was that like being, you got to come in, you got to contribute right away?
Yeah, it was. I mean, obviously, like in the first few months of the season, I wasn't sure if I was going to play or not and whatnot. But my goal once I got back was that I wanted to play, I wanted to help this team. So once that was my role, once I was able to step up and make some plays, and the coaches were able to I guess trust me. It was satisfying to me to know that I had the trust of my teammates, of my coaches, that I was the guy to go to when Noah got in foul trouble or when Brad needed a break or something like that. And so I was glad I had the trust of my coaches and my teammates.
And that trust and confidence seemed to grow as you started to not only take but make a lot of shots. And I at least personally didn't expect this, but you start stepping beyond the three-point line, you're going from distance. When did you start to shoot from that distance and be effective?
I've always liked shooting deeper. I've never been, I guess, the typical post player, shooting back to the basket. I've been working on that part of my game, so I can be more of a complete player. But so like all growing up, I've always liked shooting threes, high school, and before that, I could knock down the tray. So
it takes a sec for the defender to get used to, right? They don't expect that you're gonna bust it from outside. 6'11" guy, better just go down inside the key. There you are on the three-point line.
Yeah, I think most guys think I'm just gonna catch the ball, reverse the ball, but if I'm open, more often than not, I'll probably just check it up there and see what happens.
What was that? And hopefully it goes in.
Yeah.
What was that process like as you started to make some shots and the coaching staff, that was an option? Hey, Nate, go, you got the green light, shoot it.
I think at first, I didn't have the green light at first, but
It was a hint of yellow.
yeah, but I just decided to shoot it, and in practice I started making some shots, in games that hit some threes, and so, I guess, last year if I had missed the threes early on, maybe, Coach Rose would have told me, don't shoot anymore, it's, we'll try again next year, but, luckily I hit the shots, and so I was able to keep shooting them, and it gave me confidence, and so as the year went on, I was able to, make more and more shots, so.
Brandon's 1 for 4 from 3 in his career. The 1 was last year against San Diego. So I asked him to make 2 this year. Is that unrealistic with him?
No, actually in the summer, he started making a lot more threes. Like I would kind of sag back on defense and let him shoot, and he actually started hitting them. So I actually had to respect his jumper. But no, he'll make some threes this year. I think people will be surprised. I think he'll make 5 or 6 or something like that.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Triple the desired goal. Okay,
Yeah.
That'd be tremendous. Okay, Mac Nielsen asks, as we talked with Nate Austin, how much weight have you gained in the offseason? What's your current height and weight?
Well, with my shoulder injury, I had shoulder surgery so I was off the weights, off really basically anything. So getting back into shape and everything, I've kind of lost a lot of the fat. So I basically maintain still about 230, 6'11", 230. I'm trying to get to about 240 for the season. It's a lot of eating, a lot of lifting weights, but that's my goal.
And more on your shoulder. You tore your labrum. Was it surgery in May?
Yeah.
Right. So generally 4 to 6 months recovery. How do you feel now? When are you going to be ready?
I've been cleared to play. Obviously my strength's not all the way back, but they gave me the go-ahead to play, and I have full rotation on my shoulder. It's just a strength issue. Also, I've never been the strongest guy, and some of those guys will probably think I'm just as weak as I was before. But I just got to get it a little stronger, and I feel like my right arm is stronger than it was last year. So I just got to kind of balance it out and just keep lifting, keep getting stronger.
How much shooting can you do?
I've been shooting for the last 2 months. Basically, once my shoulder had full range of motion again, I was able to get in the gym and shoot. So I've been shooting by myself for about 2 months. Now I just got to be able to do it with defenders and whatnot. But
Okay, Scott Nelson asked a question along those lines. He says, are you healthy?
Yep, I feel 100%, feel good to go.
100%, like that. Let's see, Jeff Bird, he says, talk about the loss of Chris Collinsworth and how it will affect the team and your role on the team.
Obviously, Chris, when we heard that he was not going to be able to, basically play again, that was a huge blow to the team. Because Chris, he brings a lot. Obviously, his skills. He's a good shooter. He's good, with his back to the basket. He can handle the ball. He can play a lot of different positions. But one thing, Chris was a great leader. Always on the court, always talking to guys, always helping them, always giving them advice. He's a great locker room player. Always building guys up, always making them feel better about themselves. And so, with Chris leaving, it's just a huge blow to the team because it's not something that one guy can step in and replace him. It takes a little bit extra from each player to replace Chris. And so, also with Chris, I think my role is just I'll have to be able to step up and make more plays for my team. Plays that Chris would have made. I think more than anything, I have to be more of a leader. I think Chris was a big leader, and I have to kind of fill that role now.
Kevin Schaefer asks, with Hartsock graduating, how much do you feel your role will expand this year?
Well, hopefully I'll get more shots. I think definitely with Noah going, he was kind of a focal point of our offense, and so obviously this year I think Brandon is the main big guy, but I think more of the loads on my shoulders a little bit to help carry this team. Obviously we're all in this together, but I was gonna be able to. From last year, I just have to make more plays. I have to work hard to stay on the floor, not get in foul trouble, and be able to be there when it counts.
Yeah, that'll be important, absolutely. Well, rise and fire. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see the season. Nate Austin, thanks a lot for joining us here on Media Day. Coming up, a guy that we know very little about, but we're excited to meet. Augustine Ambrosino. They call him Augie, right? Augie. Augie it is. He's coming up. Tweet questions using hashtag BYUtv Sports. Post them at facebook.com/BYUtv Sports. And, of course, put it in the widget on BYUtvsports.com. We'll be back in a moment with Augustine Ambrosino here on Media Day on BYUtvsports.com.
you.